Hi guys, welcome to the exercise 2 of this tutorial on how to become a professional graphic designer using your corelDRAW. So in this tutorial, we are going to be learning on how to create simple logos like this and how you can manipulate such things like this. So let's dive into it. So this is the size. First of all, this is the interface of the corelDRAW, and this is A5 size, which is the layout size, and you can see it's on landscape orientation. Then I've divided the screen in the workspace into four different parts because these are different things entirely to make it stand out so that you understand what I'm trying to say now. Alright, so in this tutorial I'll show you how to get this line. This is called the roller guide, the vertical roller guide and the horizontal roller guide. So I'll select all of this, hold my control key and shift it one side. I'll shift it this way to the right hand side to replicate the same thing. So without wasting time, if this unit that is from 6543210 is not showing on your corelDRAW, then that means the roller guide is turned off, and this is where you can see my mouse is already telling you that's showing a roller guide for you. You can either hide it or you show it. So when the thing is not showing your corridor, that means the thing is already turned off this way, and there will be nothing on both the horizontal and the vertical side of it. So what do? You just need to turn it on by clicking this place like this. And how I got the four different parts is I drag my mouse down, I carry it to the ruler guide edges, I drag it down to anywhere, and I strike letter P on my keyboard, and it will balance horizontally, and the same thing applicable to the left hand side. I'll strike letter P again, and I have gotten the four different parts of the sizes I need to be working on. So we are going to start with the golf logo. So I'll go to my rectangle shape tool, which the shortcut key is F6. I'll drag it. Okay, with the size, I can just leave my mouse and the shape will be formed. Then the color is here already. So then I don't have to go to the right hand side again. I will just click the drag the particular part you want to see. You will find out that the edges of the shape is having black line. Then how do you get rid of the black line? Because this is a logo, I don't need the black edges around it. So I will right click on the X box that is before the color boxes. I right click, not left click. When I right click, it means I remove the color. Then when I left click, it means it will be affecting the inside color. When right click deals with the border color and the strokes, while the left click deals with the inside content color. So we will use the Eclipse tool right now and drag it horizontally. Make sure that you zoom it to make sure that it's on these particular edges. I'll zoom it again. It's already passing the edges, and then that's okay by me. I will not assume. I will make sure I always zoom in to see the last size of the wall. And what I want is I want the top and the bottom to be elapsing on the border of the other flat image, which is the blue one down there. So I'll go back to my pick tool, and I'll make sure I hold my shift key to drag it from both sides. Whatever is happening to the bottom also happen to the top edges. Are you seeing it? It has increased. If I do Ctrl Z, you see that it has increased. So Ctrl Shift Z to redo what you undo. Then I'll come here now. Since the bottom part has already elapsed, I'll not hold Shift key again. I'll just drag it upward and make sure the thing has given me what I wanted. And you can see the black border around the image. So I want to get rid of it. I'll first of all give it a fill color, which is the yellow, and I'll right click on the X box to give me the exact color I wanted. What next we have to do is just bring our text to, which the shortcut key is what, F8, and you start typing. Make sure your caps lock is on. This is golf, and I'm going to use font that is known as Nexus font. So this is Nexa AV. Alright, I'll go back to the pick tool. I'll select the text, hold my shift key, select where I want it to be aligned, which is this image. I'll click it. I'll strike letter C and letter E on my keyboard to balance it vertically and horizontally, and I'll hold shift key to increase it. I'll increase it this way. I'm okay with the size. I'll give you the color there. As you can see, we have gotten the first image. So without wasting time, let's group it and go to the next one. Alright, so The next one there is our hold control key while dragging the eclipse tool so that it will give me the equal size. And if you can see on our unit dimension or the size of the object, you will find out that they are having 2.0 by 2.0 horizontally and vertically. So I will increase the borderline, which is the cyan. This time around, I'm going to do right click. When I let me say, yeah, I'm okay with this 10 points, and I'll click on the text tool again. When I click on the text tool, I'll type the name of the company, which is the Dell. So now I'll go to the text command bar. I click on it. I'll see change case. From this change case again, I'll change it to uppercase. When I change it to uppercase, I'll still use maintain the font, Nexa heavy, and then I'll hold shift key, hold the eclipse and strike letter C and letter E on my keyboard to balance it. Then I'll manually increase it to the size that I want. Now I'll change the color to cyan and I'll go under object to break artistic text apart. So this I'll click letter E and go on the rotation angle of rotation and I'll click it. I'll select it and put 45 degree. So we are done with that. So you save your work. The next exercise is the FedEx logo. So I'll just type FedEx. So this is it. There are many ways to change text to either uppercase and the rest of them. I'll do Control A and I'll also strike Shift F3 on my keyboard. The change case dialog box will pop up and I'm using title case and I'll still maintain the font, the Nexus. Then you can now see there is another thing here. The letter E there is capitalized. So I'm going to just select it like this, only the letter E. I'll click enter key on my keyboard and I'll go to pick two and break it apart using the control key again, and then I'll make sure that the letter E is on title case. So here is it. Put it on title case. I'll give it the orange color here, and then I'll make sure I drag it up, and I'll make sure I blend it inside the other letter here. So it's very important to zoom in. I'll zoom in to see the last point of my work. Okay, so this is actually a logo for one company like that. So initially they don't have this line object in it. Their logo doesn't have this line object. So we are not practicing that today. We are not putting that line. So I just want to do the real logo today. I've grouped it. I just selected it and group it. As simple as that. You save your work and go to the next exercise. Just select the rectangle tool and drag it downward like this. You can zoom in, you click it again. When you draw it, it was showing the not boxes around it, but when you click it again, it will now show you some arrows that are turning in different ways. So I want to start turning in the right hand side, so I'll click my mouse and drag, and when I'm okay with the place it is, I will right click. When I right click, I'll use Ctrl R to repeat effects. So this is my Ctrl R, and I'll select everything and I'll group it. I'll Control G. Then I'll go back to my Eclipse tool, which the shortcut key is F7. I'll hold Control key, and then I'll go back to my pick tool. I'll select it together, and I'll select Shift key to select them together, and then I'll select letter C and letter E on my keyboard. Then if I want to continue, I'll increase the Eclipse a little bit. Yes, it's okay by me this way. So then I'll give it a few color. That's white. Then let the two of them and go on weld image. When I weld it, it will become something like this. When you select the two of them together, it will give you this room. These are called the object manipulations on corelDRAW. So it's either I weld it or trim. We are coming to this on our next exercise, but for now we are using weld. Weld say combine object into a single curve object with a single fill and outline. So you can see it was two objects there, but we have combined it into two already. So when we weld it, it will become one. It has become just one object. You can't see the eclipse or the other rectangle we draw the other time. They have just become one object. So I'll give it a few color, which is black. I'll remove the outline and I'll hold my shift key and zoom in the object. I'll drag in the object and I'll right click inside and I'll give it white color. So this is just how I made this logo there. and there's a right top inside it, but before then we have to select the two of them and click on group. So when we group it, Ctrl G is the shortcut key for grouping objects, and Ctrl U is a shortcut key for ungrouping objects. So this text tool, I will click it, and the right of there is the block, and I'll strike Ctrl K to break them apart. I'll make sure the D is on title case. Font I used there was blank script. This is the font I use, and the font I used here was also the Nexa AV. I select the two of them and click letter C for them to centralize. Then I'll take it upward and place it in the center of the object. So guys, we have come to the end of this tutorial. Make sure you like the video and turn on the notification button so that you don't miss out any other video updates I'll be updating soon on this page. Thank you.